Welcome in, y'all. Yeah, we're just, hey, beautiful eyes. How are ya? It's just kind of a surprise pop-up live. Hey, Dawn. Tap and share, y'all. Hey, sunshine. You love surprises? Hey, New Mexico Nana, how are you? Don't forget to repost, y'all. Hey, Lazy Days, how are you? I'm doing really well. Oh my, sunshine, no surprises like that, not tonight. Hey, Lisa. My little moon butt. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Erica. Thank you, Lazy Days. I appreciate that. How is everybody tonight? We're gonna have a little Tim talk, a little Boo Bear talk, a little awareness tea talk. Hey, Birdie Beth. As soon as my ladies get up here. Yeah, I seen you message me, beautiful hazel eyes. I will check that after the live. Hello, Southern Charm. How are you? Hey, Sherry. How are you? Birdie Beth. That's great. Oh, I'm so sorry, horse lady. My condolences. Could you share that to me, Ginger Ale? Hello, Cindy. I don't know. I guess they don't serve. Hey, Cindy, how are you? I hope your husband's doing well. Hey, Scam. Hello, Barb. Amanda, hello. Who's in trouble tonight? It's you, Sherry. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's great news, Cindy. I'm glad. Hello, Christina. How are you? Yeah, she sure is, isn't she? She's everywhere. What's up, girl? Ellen's being snobbish tonight. She's not saying hi to anybody. She's rude. Hey, Cece. How are you, good news? Hello, Chris. No, she's probably thinking of ways to roast me later because that's all she does. Hey, animal lover, how are you? Tap and share, y'all. Just waiting for everybody to get here. That's great, animal lover. I'm glad. Hey, Peekaboo, haven't seen you around in a while. How are you? Hello, Cleavage. Hey, Japonica. Welcome in, y'all. Girl, I seen you come off mute. Don't act like you don't have a voice.
Ugh, and to think I was going to be nice tonight. Oh,
Mr. Fallon and get that phone thrown in the trash. Welcome in, y'all. Tap and share for us, please. Hey, Deb, how are you? Did you see Joanne's comment?
I did not.
Fallon, I know a girl you are covering very well, known since she was a kid.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Wow.
intrigued.
Me too. Heck yeah. Please don't let it be Boo Bear, though.
Thank you, beautiful hazel eyes. We appreciate you guys coming in and listening to us talk constantly. We love to talk.
Hell yeah.
What's on the agenda tonight? We're going to talk about Boo Bear, a little bit about Tim Talk. We're going to talk about awareness tea a little bit. Just whatever's on, whatever y'all come up with. I sure did, Lisa. Do the crime, you do the time, right? And over. I think I've had the same mods for ever, so y'all know, use your judgment. I don't think we'll have any problems, but if we do... Alright, y'all, welcome in. We're gonna get started so we don't have much time tonight because I'm slammed with work, Fallon's slammed with work. There's just, we have a lot going on in our real lives, but we still wanted to come on and chat about a little bit about scammers and beggars. I'll let you start.
Okay. Well, with that, if I get distracted and go on mute suddenly, it is only because I'm being pulled to another direction. But with what Checkmate just said, that we did want to come on and touch base with you guys on some of the hot topics that are going on right now, because that's how important you guys are to us. We got a lot going on, but it's, even if it's 15, 20 minutes, we want to come in and touch base with you guys and be sure that you know that we're here. And we're not as consistent with everything that's going on because we don't have a set day of the week. We are trying, but so much has happened in a short time frame. So we'll try to cover what we can quickly and make sure we send it back out to you guys. We get your thoughts on what you're seeing and how you're feeling, so we can go into the rest of the week and make sure that new people are brought awareness to the likings that are going on within the community. Once again, there was a comment made by Amber a while back that it is the worst it's ever been. And I think it was indicative of, because it's tax time, every single time it's tax season, holidays, some peak, they just start coming out everywhere wanting other people's money.
Yeah, they know y'all are getting money.
Mm-hmm. They want
That's
your
why
money.
Timmy hasn't been on. Somebody probably sent him all of the money.
Probably so. I know that you guys are sending me lots of messages about she doesn't like. Then she's talking about, you need to go get a job like I do. You need to go do this. You need to go do that. And now currently we've got a situation where she is saying that her and her vile husband are no longer together. Hard. And then sometimes she will claim that she is being yelled into her resources. Please do. That's right, Scam Opera and Renee too. If you want to offer her resources in her comments and things like that, if somebody's coming at you and saying you need to stay out of her comments, you need to not be engaging with her, none of that. It's not about that. Because remember, if she truly is as much of a liar as she is, there could be a chance. Now, Boo Bear is always going to say, my phone doesn't call 211. There's a video floating around out there. There's one on my page where she says, my phone doesn't call 211. We all know that's bullshit. She's not on live begging for your money. She is on Facebook begging. If she's not on Facebook begging, she's on Stanton Newton's account. If she's not on her account begging, there's all these things that she's begging for. There's a laundry list of lies. My phone doesn't call 211. I'm allergic. She says she's homeless. She says she was evicted from the hotel because the hotel owner is doing things illegally. Sometimes they didn't get paid. She's using other people's tragedies to get money on her Cash App. And the laundry list just keeps going on and on and on. You guys do want a hell of a job letting the rest of the community know. She has blocked all of us because she loves Checkmate, and that's her best friend.
How do you get nice messages and I get mean ones?
Because she wants money. I'm on a burner.
We're besties and I get mean ones. Dang it.
Videos on Scam Opera's page, Scam Slam's page, my page. Type in the name at the top of the TikTok search bar. They are buddied up together and they have nothing but time on their hands to lie. Vile, vile women. Some of the videos that are out there, I'm afraid to even put on my story because I'm already teetering on about to lose this account. So I'm afraid to put some of this stuff out. And sometimes I'm afraid to even send it to you guys for you guys to repost because I don't know how that's going to affect whenever the takeover happens. I don't know when they fully get going, are we going to start losing accounts? So I want you guys to make sure that you're paying attention. And if you come up with a hack or something that's going on, spread it throughout the community so we can use it too.
You haven't lived until you've lost an account, Palin. I told you that. Yeah, the two of them together is crazy.
Yes.
It's complete madness.
I mean, it's not a real person, but this person is actually being doxxed. Make no mistake, that's a real person. It's just not the person that they claim it is. And it's a shame because we need to start talking about it, but I don't really know how to do it without saying this is not this creator, because this is an innocent person's home and face being put out there. So if you guys have any suggestions with that, that would be great. And we need to practice those safe ways to post so that way her business isn't all out there. We do need to get the word out, but not at the stake of putting this lady's information out.
The doxing is crazy anyways. I don't know why people always falter to that.
And while we're on that subject, and we may revisit it here in the next few minutes again, some of you are not going to like some of the things that we say tonight. But you guys, the ones that are in here, the consistent ones, I don't see it out of you guys, but somehow we have got to be a little bit stronger in our message to stop the doxing. The definition with doxing is to put something out publicly for malicious intent. that account that was streaming Jordan Paul with her location, it was disgusting. And what was even more disgusting was there was a moderator who went in there to tell them that this wasn't right, and she got blocked. Taking kind-hearted people's money, taking advantage of elderly women, taking advantage, period, of the kind-hearted. That's our focus. I just don't see how people get on here and record or stream, and then at the end of the day, what are they thinking? Are they thinking, I'm doing a good job? Like, how do you lay your head on your pillow and because somebody's really going to get hurt? And I've already told you guys that somebody is just waiting for something to happen so they can put a precedent in place that I'm going to blame you too, because I can't blame another person for what happened, but I can find you. Don't be that person. Don't be part of it. Don't be part of gang mentality. Don't be part of, well, it sounds good because they did this, and now we're all going to take up our knives and our sticks, and we're all going to go, and we're all going to be village and take it down. If you have to put someone's home, are so kind and know what it's like to be cold, hungry, hot, tired, and so they give their money over thinking that these people are staring into the phone and trying to get your money based off lies. And then we get into a situation where something is going to happen, and then everybody is going to start talking about, well, awareness did this and awareness did that. Guys, hear me when I tell you, especially if you're on the outside. If we wanted to do something toxic, we would. So many people run around here and say, I'm not awareness. I'm not awareness. I'm not awareness. But nobody's putting any titles out here. I never said that I was going to be the end all be all and that I'm going to write a book and I'm going to tell you how this is supposed to be done. But at the end of the day, there should be unwritten myself if I did something that maliciously hurt someone. Bringing awareness isn't a problem because I'm just putting the reflection back on you. Hello, A. Welcome in.
Yeah, I think it's getting out of control, especially if you're scrolling into lives and they're actively looking them up on a computer screen. That's wild.
These questions. That is one of the reasons why Cindy and the rest of you are so dear to our hearts, because you ask questions. You're not maliciously trying to needle at somebody or poke the bear. You're asking questions because once you get the answer, then you're going to go take it out to the rest of us. If you think somebody is sitting with someone and that's their best friend, or they ride tight with you with these skin, you can handle it. You know, if Checkmate is sitting with Sally Joe and she starts bringing Sally Joe into these boxes and we're sitting here and we're all kicking it, doesn't mean that I condone what Sally Joe does. But I also know that if Sally Joe messes up, Checkmate's going to be the first one in her face saying, we don't do that over here. Or if I had a concern about it, Checkmate, where's your head? I'm going to message her. I'm going to say, Checkmate, I have some concerns about Sally Joe. And then we'll discuss it. That's what DMs are for. There's no point in doing anything malicious to hurt someone. If I wanted to do something malicious, I'm not going to be over here on my free time trying to help people know who these jokers are who are taking advantage of the elderly, the vulnerable, the kind-hearted. Because that's a lot of time. If I'm just going to be toxic, I'm going to be toxic. I'm going to be over here. I'm going to be the one doxing. I'm going to be the one putting out people's addresses. I'm going to be the one putting out that they did all these things. Because what? Who's going to? But my point is that if we wanted to be bad, we would be bad. And I promise you, everyone's got it in them to do something bad. We just choose not to because it's not the right thing to do. And there's no gain in that. I wouldn't be over here trying to bring awareness to people who I want to help. If you want to help, you want to help. If you're doing something to hurt somebody, you're doing it for another reason. And if you're over here to make money, you're damn sure in the wrong place. Which moves us into a bigger conversation because there is now and was someone who is going to try to come back in this community and try to turn the wheels of toxicity again amongst all of us. More awareness tea pages have popped up trying to needle every little thing said in your lives, in our videos.
Just say it. Bestie girl is back. She is back, and she is on a roll already.
Hold on, I'm getting a call.
Yeah, so I don't know. I shared it out to a few people so people could get it out there. I didn't have time to share it to a lot of people, but I did share it to people that I talk to every day. Sunshine, I think I shared it to you, correct? Night Shift, a few other people so they could get it out there. She's already made a few videos on me, which I don't know why. She's very thirsty. Her and I are besties. Awareness. I think it's called Awareness Unmasked now. Is that correct, Amber?
Someone who was
Hey,
just gifting
Fallon.
Becky is in here.
Yeah, Fallon, do you have a Dawn 1, 2, 3, 4 on your enabler list?
Hold on.
To the Notebook Blues Clues.
Y'all stop making fun of my notebook. I'm going to start getting
Not the fucking papers flapping.
I'm going to start getting a complex. Yes, Don 1, 2, 3, 4. Matt, Country Boy Matt, Becky Fortney.
Okay, she's in here if you would like to handle that.
Oh, okay. Don, if there's any questions that haven't been covered in the awareness lives that you've been in with All for One Digital and the ones here with us, please ask us. Because my notes go back all the way to last year. Becky Fortney is abusing those two little dogs, and she's already lost several other dogs. Her husband is stolen valor. She is a racist, and she that clearly has no regard for people who were actually trying to be kind to her. That's enabling. And I do believe there was a question, I don't know what live I was in. That's in another notebook that's in the truck, but
Not
I think
Jesus Christ.
I think you were asked before. And I was actually worried about it. And this is why it sticks out to me, because there was another Dawn in here. And Dawn, she messages people, she comments, she reposts. She's not in here anymore.
I don't know. I just looked and she was. Let me check.
Okay.
I mean, they usually don't stay long after you say their no, she's gone.
Okay.
She's out of here.
Well, I
Damn
hate that.
it.
I hate it. That's twice now that if maybe she had a question, maybe she thought that there was still some type of good in someone being racist, someone who had the opportunity to take care of those two dogs, and from OG Rescue, who was going to get them neutered, shot, and groomed because they had feces matted in that mat of their fur, and they have to be uncomfortable for free with a resource. And she didn't want it. She wanted cash. She wanted a phone card for her foul-mouthed 23-year-old racist son. So, Dawn, if in the event you were still on the outside listening, message one of us. If you think that having a conversation publicly is not for you, get with me.
Oh, okay. Well, you were just talking about an enabler.
Sorry.
Did she just get snippy with me? Like, seriously? What the fuck?
I even cocked my head sideways when I said it.
Good Lord, I'm about to find a new friend. I'm taking applications, y'all. Message me. Good grief. I know, right? She's gonna find herself down in the comments. Jeez.
According to these awareness tea pages that are popping up everywhere, and I want you guys to hear, if you don't hear anything else I say tonight, I want you to hear this, especially you, the person behind that new awareness tea page that popped up, that you're poking there with. You're so busy.
What is the name? What is the bane? What the fuck are you saying, Barb? Girl, you okay?
What is the name of the tea page, is what she's saying.
Awareness Unmasked. Thanks, Lazy Days. I see I already got people trying to put in applications, Fallon. You better watch out.
I mailed mine in through Birdie.
Fuck's sakes, man.
So, him and Angela, and cry and say if he would just pay me back like he promised, at least $5 a day so I could eat that day, because I can't go to the food shelf and get a can of soup off of there because I'm disabled and I have dietary restrictions. Or like New Mexico Nana, who he lied to repetitively about being paid back. And she would have been fine if he took 4 years to pay her back, as long as he didn't lie of, because Tim lied. And he still hadn't paid her back. And he still tells story. Last week he told a story about, I was wrong, I should have paid her back, but then all the XYZ, ABC, why he couldn't. Story. The fact still remains is he told her he did. He even told her he attempted to pay her back. Mexico Nana got up here and just said, you know what? If he would have taken a year to pay me, it would have been okay, because I would have accepted that. But when he lied, I drew the line. And there's more. There's actually, Chris, are you in here? Was kind of working a little bit with Chris. Chris's family member works with the ADA. Tim is still preying on older women for money. So without giving the name of the people that Chris is talking to, when they message, they told them that Tim had incessantly messaged them over and over and over and over, trying to get money. And these people are lonely, they're elderly, and they are feeling like there's something when Tim is in the DMs. And you know what it's like whenever Tim and Angela are double teaming, because you don't know who you're talking to. Right, New Mexico Nana?
Oh, yeah, New Mexico Nana's in here, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to come up, she's more than welcome.
That'd be great.
They absolutely have, Cindy, and it's mind-blowing. The amount of money that gets thrown at them, like they're helpless. It absolutely blows my mind. How do you do that? Just request, and we can bring you up, one of the mods or myself. I mean, I'm assuming that's why they haven't been live, is because somebody sent them all the money.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Hi, thinking of you on your birthday. Nope. She was sick in the hospital in a rehab facility because she fell, I think. Something happened. She was all banged up, had tubes, IVs. You'd think these people.
I'm sorry, hold on, Fallon. Oh, did you get it, Birdie? Thank you. Hello, New Mexico Nana, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you for asking.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, thanks for coming up. I appreciate you.
No problem. If I can help one person, I'm happy to do it.
Well, we've got a lot of new faces in here, New Mexico Nana. If you want to be able to kind of tell your story.
I mean, you don't have to give the long version, the short version, whatever you need.
Motel money. So I felt bad, and I sent them $80, I think it was the first time. And that was like on a Thursday or Friday, and they messaged me, and I answered, and they said, I hate to come at you like this, but do you think you can lend us another night's stay in a hotel? And I've been there. I was 16 years old and was homeless, so I know how it feels not to have a home. And I talked it over with my husband, and we both decided, sure, why not? I had taken that money out of my granddaughter is in gymnastics and she travels and or whatever. And so I said, okay. And I did it. And that day that I needed to put the funds back, he said, well, I need a ride or something to the store, and I need this, and I need excuse after excuse after excuse. I was very fortunate enough to, you always need the money, but I was able to replace that money. I didn't go hungry, or my bills didn't were paid, but just if he would have told me, I don't know when I can pay you back. I'll pay you back, $5 at a time for a year or whatever, I would have been fine with that. But he lied to me. And then I heard on a live that he said he paid me back and that I was just being annoying. That really.
Yeah, we're so glad that you found us. You've been a great asset to this community.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm just sorry you had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
at least it was only $80 and it wasn't thousands of dollars. I know I've heard a couple of stories, but $1 or $1,000, it doesn't matter when they lie to you and when they take advantage of you. It's still the same, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a complete shame when people take advantage of other people's kindness. They play on that. They know that people are good-hearted and they want to help other people. And that's a shame that you have people like that on here that could actually work and take money from strangers than to get up and work and make their lives better.
Right. Well, and I think I'm about 10 years older than Tim. And I still work 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week. And if I can do it, I know damn well he can do it.
Absolutely. He could definitely do it. She could do it.
Yep.
I was kind of blown away that McDonald's was her very first job. I mean, seriously, at her age, I was like, wow,
Yeah, I was too.
I mean, it literally, like, I was speechless. I didn't even know what to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was the same way. I haven't worked at McDonald's and be saved from giving people money. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it.
And we got the bonus.
Mexico Nanny, you really showed she's a very kind-hearted person.
Oh,
And she has been a great asset since she came into the community.
well, thank you. I try to, I don't want to do anything.
They would like to know if you could put a comment down there so they could follow you.
Okay.
Any emoji will work. Birdie, is there a way to put that screenshot up? Or
This girl sneaking in a screenshot.
sorry, I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. She's sneaky, y'all. Before you got taken again from somebody else.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm thankful as well. I think you're right. The universe had it planned all along.
So I didn't catch her in time, and she ran. But Dotsy, aka Jonesy, who has a new name. Her name is Skeptical. She was just in here. She was the number 23 viewer. Nope, number 16, sorry. And she was, we tried to have a good conversation, respectful conversation with Skeptical at the night before. MLA Red, Miss Coffee, calling out the BS, tried to have a conversation with her because she was enabling Big Zim. Big Zim had another baby, and she was asking, how much money is it to get the new birth certificate? Now, everybody knows that Big Zim has already had baby after baby after baby, and she knows what she's doing, and she's already abusing those kids by not taking care of them anyway. And you got Dotsy, Jonesy / skeptical in the comments saying, how much is it? And of course, what does that prompt? That prompts these other understand that what we're up here talking about is not to harm anybody. Nope. Then she turned around and she was in Tim and Angela's chat. Then she went in and no, that's the good Dawn right there, not this Dawn.
There's a lot of Dawns. We're going to have to put tags on them.
When she was asked by Berries, do you mod for Gypsy Windwalker? She said, you do not. It's in black and white. It's on the video, my latest video that I dropped. If you guys would please share it out so people are familiar with it, because she has changed her name to Skeptical with black heart on the front, then Skeptical, and then black heart at the end. And she goes in and she kicks it with you guys like she just doesn't go over and kick dirt in your face while she's over there enabling people. And it blows me away. And she is everywhere. To be a moderator for Gypsy Windwalker and to say she's not, and then bit back at Berries and said, who are you to tell me where I can go and what I can't do? Nobody's telling her where she can go and what she can do. Not a person. It was a question. She lied. And the universal code is if you mod for an enabler, if you mod for a beggar, scammer, bad behavior, you are an enabler. There's no gray area there. If you are a moderator for a scammer, beggar, dry beggar, or those exhibiting bad behavior, you are an enabler.
Gypsy is vile Gemini. She is very, very bad with her mouth.
She was in Night Shift's comments. She was in 2 live streams over the past 2 days. And she was commenting, oh, that's awful. They're just so out of control. They're disgusting. They're this, they're that. And I have been so busy, I have not had time to make a video and update the previous video that I made on her. But whenever we start talking to enablers, it's one thing. There were former supporters, former enablers who are going to get taken advantage of. So there may be a question, well, when enablers come in and you jump and dogpile on them, then what makes them change their mind? We don't need to dogpile on anybody. But if there is an opportunity where they have a question and they think, oh, you guys are full of it and I need to see proof, allow them to ask that question. But there's some that'll come in here like Misty Thompson who think that we're just full of it and we're just doing it because we're jealous or makeup is flawless. And that girl is currently taking advantage of people for one reason only. And all you have to do is watch her for less than 5 minutes to read the room and know what Skylin is doing and why. And for those that don't know, type her name up in the top of the TikTok search bar, and you'll see how long she's been taking advantage of people. And that Misty Thompson's right there as her moderator saying, come on, y'all can help her. Come on, do this. Come on, do that. Help her. Let's start a dollar train. Let's get her to where she needs to go. All the while, Misty Thompson is sending gifts, she's moderating, and she's subscribing to people like Jeff Gainey and Skylin and Tim Nash when he was around. But now, Misty Thompson is messaging larger creators saying that she's having trouble putting food on the table. Messaged them some big long sob story. And they gave her $100. But when I messaged this big creator, or Sarah messaged this big creator and said, hey, she's enabling some of the top beggars and scammers and those exhibiting bad behavior, and your money is going to gifts and going to subscriptions to those struggling in active addiction. Then they got messaged and said, stop coming to me in my DMs. I don't have time for this. Well, that was $100 they just might as well have just set on fire. The newer people that were being led astray by this larger creator, where their money was going and who their money was going to. Misty Thompson has some type of fetish with enabling those struggling with active addiction. Tim Nash, when he was around, Skylin is so bad. And on Misty Thompson's video, I put the statistics down for how many drug-related overdoses there were in 2024 because the statistics isn't out completely yet for a new year. And if we could just prevent one, not one more, then that's going to be my goal.
And you
Could a trend where we start keying their names in at the top of the TikTok search bar too, and seeing what other comments are made of. Because I got really lucky with Papa and with TNT Mom 1227. They're going to be anonymous forever. But now people are starting to pick up on it and starting to use their comments, like Papa when he said something horrible on a young man's TikTok video where he had to put his cat down because it had his heart broken. TNT Mom 1227, she was trying to message someone who gave money to Lisa Richard. And she put a video comment on a lady who had both her kids sitting on her lap at a pumpkin patch and said, I hope that they turn out like Lisa Richard. She's currently in this. I missed it. Jax, are you still in here?
if they are, they're in ghost mode because I don't see them.
So, you guys as a community told us that Jax in a box went over and was here with us, kicking it with all of you. And we tried to bring awareness, call out the red flags, things that you could do to educate yourself on the begging and scamming aspect, and went right over to Tim and Angela's and started enabling those lazy able-bodied adults. For what? Spite jacks? Because the joke's on you. You look like a fool. And you went over there and you fell into, oh, you poor, poor people. It's so sad what people do to you. I'll pray for you. I'll keep you in my thoughts. All the while, they have not moved off of that bed to move their situation any further into productivity because of people like you. Jacks in a box. So please go back over there. Matter of fact, go message so they can start a new vacation in a new town. Because of people like you. Let them leave people like New Mexico Nana, Just Janet, Barbie, all of the others alone. Let it be somebody like you. And if you can't find them, message Jessie Fields. Because I promise you, she knows where they are. Because she's paying for it too, because she doesn't have anywhere else to go, because everybody in this community knows she's doing it out of spite, and because she's lonely, and because she wants to have her name said, and she likes it for
all of them, maybe.
Can I say something?
absolutely.
On a live a few days ago, there was a lady that came in saying some stuff. You know, they messaged her on the back end, and because she helped them a few times with the room. So I think some people, thanks to everybody, is seeing the light.
And unfortunately, Minnie came in and her comment was, I'm just here listening because I'm starting to see some things. And who knows, whenever she was in there, if she felt comfortable with the host or New Mexico Nana or anybody else that was over there that was spitting out facts, then she may have felt comfortable enough to message them and say, hey, yeah, I let them use my address. I let them store their stuff at my house. I let them call me whenever they need food and I deliver it. Because see, Minnie, she's only over there in their chat. She hasn't branched out and come to any of us. And she may have accidentally scrolled in to where the host was talking about all the things that was going on. And now if she has questions, I hope that we'll have the opportunity to explain it to her with facts. If she messaged you and says, I just need to know if this is true and you don't have the screenshot, message any one of us. We'll get it to you, I promise.
Yeah, if there's ever a time you don't want to say something in a live, you can message any of us. I can get back to you in 3 to 5 business days. I'm sorry, I get so many. I try though, I really do try.
There's so many reasons why people fall into the trap of supporting someone like Tim and Angela because, like I said, they've been cold, hot, hungry, uncomfortable before, and they are so good at the emotional manipulation. God, you would think that Tim could sit up and do a Sermon on the Mount, and you would think he was a walking disciple on earth to hear him talk, because he talks incessantly. And then when he's trying to fill the space, it's and now and because he's trying to think of his next manipulation tactic. Currently, it is Fallon, I heard with my own ears say, we have to stop them by any means necessary. Guys, if I said we need to stop them by any means necessary, I'm sitting here dying each moment. Because if I'm lying, I'm dying. I have always said we're never going to stop it, but we can slow it down with the truth. So, Tim, if you happen to be listening, I never said we have to stop them by any means necessary. So you lied again. Because remember, you said just the other day, I never called Fallon the C word. Right, Tim? But you did. And you lied again. But if you've got a clip saying that I said, let's stop these two by any means necessary, produce it. Show proof. I'll take accountability for it. But my heart isn't there. My heart isn't, we need to stop them by any means necessary. My heart's not there because I wouldn't be on this app sitting in this box trying to bring awareness and truth and reflect a mirror on your actions if I was going to stop you by any means necessary. Because believe me, if I wanted to stop you by any means necessary, you'd be in jail.
I think he has a crush on you.
Fallon,
I
Checkmate.
couldn't even say it with a straight face. I'm so sorry.
You're making me laugh now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, y'all.
It's not our job to bring street justice. I'm just doing this out of free time because you guys allowed me to sit with you and have fun and bring awareness to the things that are being done wrong on this app by treating people's kindness as weakness. We have fun. We make videos. Sometimes we poke fun at the things in the ways that he says Tuesday. Those things, that's not bullying, Tim. Come on. Checkmate, Birdie, Amber, myself, we make fun of each other all the time for stupid stuff because that's what friends do.
Yeah, that's going to be another live. We're going to have a call out on Fallon.
I don't get offended when people make fun of the notebook. It's common knowledge I've got notebooks. Because the thing is, one day, someone's going to come and ask me for something, and if I have it, I'm going to give it over. And if I can't find it, I'm going to go look for it. And one day, people are going to remember, oh yeah, Fallon asked for that. They're going to get it to me. Then I'm going to get it back to the people who asked me for it. But I can't do that if it's not organized. So while you got a notebook over there, Tim, and you're putting a little notch in every time somebody makes a comment about you because you're so concerned what the internet thinks about you, maybe you should be concerned with the way that Angela thinks about you. Because do you really think she looks at you and says, that's my man?
Girl, he is online begging. Do you really think he's concerned with how people perceive him?
He's all concerned about it. He is on Reddit more than Reddit's on Reddit.
What the fuck?
My God. Anybody who writes down in the notebook, there were 14 comments made on this one picture of me. Who does that? At least my notebook is full of Dawn 1234 sent a galaxy.
There's when we're on the phone.
I get so worried. And this goes back to and I know I'm jumping around, but this goes back to stuffing the spotlight back on you. If you don't like it, stop what you're doing. Or go somewhere else with that shit. You're hurting good, kind-hearted people because there are people that would come to the internet to say, is there any place that I can go because I can't get anything to eat and I have to produce milk for my baby, but I can't eat to get to pump for my baby. Does anybody know where I can go find milk that's already pumped? Or can somebody get me some formula? Or does somebody get me somewhere where I can have a hot meal so I can produce it myself for my baby? But instead, you've got somebody taking up the airways like Tim and Angela who are laid up in the hotel bedroom begging for money to go get coffee syrups. And it's not just them. I'm just fired up about Tim and Angela right now because of the amount of things that I have seen just come to my inbox today on their bullshit. And then I'm upset. Call anybody I have to, and Jesus too, and tell on you.
Lord, girl, don't bring Jesus into this. What are you doing?
Jesus is watching.
She's out of control tonight.
I'm fired up about stuff in my inbox. I am
Reel
fired
it
up.
in. Reel it in.
I'm fired up.
Goodness.
But then the thought of this awareness tea page. Hey, A, good to see you. Then to see this awareness tea page pop its head back out from the rock that it slithered out from under, knowing that people want to quit doing what they're doing because people like that are making it harder on them. You know, Auburn said the other day, it's so sad that people that are telling the truth are the ones that are always being the most criticized. People that are telling the truth are the ones that are most hated on. But you get on here, you put your face in the camera, and you start lying about cancer like Tim and Angela, and the money starts to flow, and the respect starts to go, and then all of these bleeding hearts come out that want to give money out of spite when they know it's a lie. So any awareness tea pages, I don't care if it's this one, I don't care if it's any future ones, anybody coming in here and trying to make awareness look bad, that is actually trying to move the needle to make it to where there are no more victims or the less of the evils, do what you got to do. Just know you're going to get met with resistance because you're so busy paying attention to what we do because you can't do what we do, or you'd be too busy doing it. I'm frustrated that I even need to come on here and that we even need to talk about you. So it's not flattery.
I'm one of those ones that want to quit because I don't have the energy to battle this snake again.
You're right, Nookie. You're right. Can try to slow it down because, again, we're never going to stop it, but we can slow it down and they always come back. Then do that. But if you think that because we're doing it the right way, without malicious intent, and you think that that's the wrong way to do it, and you go off and guns a-blazing and do something with writing letters or doxing someone, please don't come back over here. Then give those awareness tea pages something to talk about. Right now, they're just fueled strictly off of hate for us because it's the easiest thing to do, because awareness pages have always been hated. For some reason, people hate the truth. I'm not going to say that people have different ideas of the way to move the community in a way that we're doing the right thing all the time. Because again, I'm human. I'm going to mess up. But when I mess up, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. This is what I did. Let's learn from it so nobody else has to do a mistake that I made. But the best way to prevent making a mistake is to always have your screenshots ready. I'm not saying everybody needs to walk around here like us in the boxes or berries or scam opera or walking around with 2 terabytes of storage, but at least know I seen it. I made a comment. I know where to go find it if I need to produce a receipt, or just don't say anything at all. But above all else, going real life for something on the internet because somebody made you mad, while there's people here who are going where else to do it. They have already taken advantage of everybody in their lives. Friends, family, which is probably the reality of what it does. They've called hotels, they've called jobs, they've done all these things because she's spinning a story while Tim is spinning a story. And they probably dug deep in their pockets and came up with, some chump change for them. And then they probably reached out to their family members who don't know about Tim and Angela, Walmart, and put it up wherever they're at because he knows the green screen's going to slip. But that's courtesy of all his old moderators telling him people can see your reflection in your glasses. Because remember, those slimy moderators are the same ones that have been around for a long time, who've enabled others who've had cancer, and then was moderating for them, telling them, watch out, they can see what's going on in your glasses. Watch out, they can hear you even if you move away from the phone. Your mic picks up all that noise. Because we all know, all of us in this awareness community, we know that eventually with that camera going, sometimes they forget to hit mute. Sometimes they forget that they're recording and the truth comes out. Or sometimes whenever he's over there saying, you guys doxed where I worked in one of the 2 jobs out of the entire year that he had, I'm going to repeat that, 1 out of the 2 jobs that dude had all year long. He said for how long that awareness made him lose his job because of that, when in all reality it was Angela who opened her mouth and doxed where he works when they were trying to keep it a secret. So there's twofold. Nobody cared about where he worked. I didn't care where he worked. It was the best thing in the world for him to work. I want him to feel what it's like to have to get up and be somewhere and take accountability and responsibility for doing something for his own paycheck. But she opened her mouth and she said where he worked. And now that it's on hot mic and it's being put out, he has to tell the truth. Oh, she slipped up. She slipped up and said, Doug, Tim Nash, Tim and Angela. You talk about a lot about the little boy who cried wolf. As much as I would like to sit up here and say he wrote those letters himself, because I can't stand that dude to come on here and put his face in the camera and get money from good, kind-hearted people. I just can't. None of us can. Because the fact remains is those letters have been coming in for years. Not to them, just to upper beg talk usual suspects.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. So a few days into you battling and doing whatever it is that you're doing, you got enough followers. So 633 days from the creation in June. 633 days, did you decide to start getting off your ass and doing something?
Wait, he got up and did something?
Well, I mean, they're not on the app. They're saying that they're moving. We
Yeah.
kind of got to take it for face value,
I
right?
don't think they're going anywhere, honestly. I
And
just don't see them uprooting from their whole life that they've ever known.
and we'll be watching, because when you come back on the app, I'm going to get the tie rod fixed. I'm going to get tires fixed. I'm going to do spark plugs. I'm going to do all the things that I should have been doing. He had the audacity to say, when I get to this new town, I'm going to drive to go. Why is it now? Why didn't he beg for money to get the tie rod or the tires fixed then? Because maybe it's the heat that you guys are given the right way. Record their words, record their digital footprints, and make it known. Turn the reflection back on them. So when people start asking questions and they start getting blocked and then they're playing with you like Pittsburgh girl Andrea. Pittsburgh girl Andrea was actively playing with little man when he was trying to educate her for. So when you know that you've given them every opportunity to ask their questions, they lie to you or they go and do it out of spite, it's time to walk away. Then let them pay for everything that they are enabling. Let them give their money.
Yeah, I mean, stop focusing on where they're at. Focus on what they're doing.
Jordan Paul and Tim and Angela and Beth Osborne and all the bad behavior that's exhibited from Skylin and this villain dude and homeless Aaron when he was around. All of those things. Use that passion and get so fed up that you create your own videos. Because it's not going to come quick. Your first video may get 3 views, but then the next video may get 20, and then so on and so on. And then eventually people are coming to you asking you questions. Hey, did you happen to see this new beggar? Is this person on here truly for one time? Because again, everything is a pattern that we're looking for. We're looking for patterns. If you're on here one time needing a $20 for a tire or for some gas because you broke down and all you had was your phone, I'm not going to come ask you questions like, well, did you use resources? Did you do this? Did you do that? You're just here for cash. I'm looking for patterns, just like with enablers. If I see you one time and you give money or you give a gift and then we have a conversation, people are grateful or they'll tell you to kick rocks. But then when you have people like Misty Thompson, we're going to them. Tag them in videos. That way, the more people that I see, every time I see Bonnie Sims tagged, I know where she's been. It's a roadmap. I know she's over with Jeff Gainey. I know she's over there with anybody that has a manly, deep voice and is on the internet begging. That's where Bonnie Sims is.
And it really helps if y'all hashtag your videos so when people search, it shows up.
That new feature, TikTok Taco, and just typing it in at the top of the TikTok search bar does so much. And some people will just want to message these people just so they feel like, okay, I gave them one last chance. And that's fine because that's your prerogative. That's what you do. Everybody has to do what they're comfortable with. I never thought I'd see the day that a moderator for Kim Peters is making some of the best videos to put focus on people like Jeff Gainey and some of the worst enablers like Bonnie Sims, Donna Arnold, Pittsburgh Girl Andrea. I never thought that I would have had a relationship with somebody like Hope, who was a moderator for Kim Peters and got taken advantage of because Kim made it seem like, look, they're bullying me. They're bullying me. And she couldn't see past any of that.
Fallon, there's a request to explain who Papa is because they sent somebody a friend request.
Oh, dear. Okay, so Papa is a long-term enabler, and he is a...
Like very long term, like back from the Mufasa days. If anybody in here remembers Mufasa.
And he sits behind a keyboard and says things to people in their darkest days. There was a young man, if you type in Papa's it's Panda Pop, it's 513 in the top of the TikTok search bar. You'll see that Papa left a comment for this young man who just put his best friend asleep because the cat had cancer. And Papa said, I take care of my animals with a blank to the head. After this young man was coming to his followers and pouring his heart out, talking about how he's missing an anniversary of his best friend, and Papa was disgusting with those comments because Papa wants a rise out of people just to hurt people. But we'll go right back over to he knows that he has had to help his dad back and forth to hospitals and doctor's appointments with his own father having cancer, and is still on the internet enabling people like Tim and Angela who lied about cancer, Tim Nash, modding for Checkmate's best friend, Pookie.
You keep my best friend's name out your mouth.
So if Papa is requesting to follow any of you, I'm not going to tell you what you should do. None of us will ever tell you don't do this, but I would strongly ask you to consider please getting them out of your followers because they're a waste of your time. They're tying up your time where it could have reached somebody like New Mexico Nana. Because we were over here messing with Papa, your videos, your lives, and they're going to nitpick the hell out of it when there is real dangerous behavior going on elsewhere. When that should be the focus that we're talking about, because they want to come at the people that are tight knit, that protect each other, and are trying to do the right thing. You'll get to see what they're made of if they continue to go around and bring stuff to you that was happening almost a year ago. Just, I don't have any words for it. Other than they can't do what you guys do. So they're going to try to tear it down.
My best advice is just to block the account.
Y'all just keep doing what you're doing. Make it a reflection. Take care of each other. And if you think that you're not important, please know that's nothing further from the truth. Every like, every comment, every repost, every question that you guys have is important over here because we're doing this on our free time. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not so fun. But when you go to try to tear something down, that's where we have a problem. You guys are the ones that built this. You're part of something moving it forward. There's always going to be new people who try to come in, and all you can do is continue the pattern of behavior that you've done always. So when they are watching you, you're setting an example. We're not going to stop beggars coming on here and trying to take advantage of people, but we can, and along the way, I get to meet some special ones. So that's my reward.
Alan,
There's always going to be new beggars that show up. And more importantly, a long time ago, Nookie said, they always come back. Easy buck. Make them work for it. Make them work for it by putting out the truth. I appreciate you guys for everything that you do. We're always going to be here for each other. Just make it worthy of me having your back. Because if I ever thought that somebody was going to come to me and say, did you know that Checkmate did this, or Birdie did this, or Amber did that, New Mexico Nana did this, my first move. But anybody walking around here thinking that they are end all be all and that they know everything, and I don't want to be around people like that. I want to learn with you guys. I learn from you guys every single day because each one of you have shown me a new way to do something, a cleaner way to do it, a fun way to do it, where it's not so. Because if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong place.
girl, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. What do you mean? This girl. Does anybody have any questions? comments, requests? Lazy days.
Hey everyone.
Hey,
Not
Cindy,
having
how
any
are
microphone
you?
issues anymore. Love it. How's everybody doing?
Doing really well. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just wanted to do 2 comments. Well, three. First, thank you for doing this live. I
Of
like having
course.
our lives. It's good seeing everybody. There's just two things I wanted to say. You know, we I call them characters, but the streets of TikTok get very interesting, and it's been rumored, not really rumored, but people may be making a presence again, whether it's T pages or people impersonating decorated colonels, whatever. One thing I'd really suggest in the lives, and I know everybody's tight knit and stuff, and again, I'm not telling you what to do. This is your choice. And I know, you find your people, you want to be friends with people, but please be careful about giving your location and where you're at. The doxing on here is crazy. And as we all know, some people take it to the extreme to the point where it's dangerous. And I know it's kind of like, well, that wouldn't happen to me, but y'all, we have everyday folks where it happens to. So I'd caution you. I mean, don't worry about the past, but if you're in lives, please be careful. And if you have friends and you want to whatever, take it off live and give your location. Just be really careful because we have a lot of people that do not have the best intentions. And I'll try to be nice as I'm saying that. And then the last thing is, our scammers, y'all. Before or early part of my career, I was in nonprofits and giving and all that kind of stuff. And I'll be honest with you, since I got on TikTok, I mean, it's been a shift on how I do my donations and stuff. I don't give to anybody on this app. You have to do what's best for you, but I'd really encourage people, please don't give to anyone on this app. That's your personal choice, but you don't really know people till you know people. And I'm not in any way judging people who do. Now, I'm not talking about super enablers, okay? Because I know we all have good hearts, okay? I'm not talking about super enablers, but please just be careful because honestly, it's sometimes people you don't know and people happens and just everybody just be really careful with that. And I know we all want to get along and we all find people that we like and everything. And trust me, I've heard of people going through stuff and it is like, I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, I'd really like to send them something, or oh my gosh, I really want to do something. And honestly, you know, since I've joined awareness, I'm not doing that. Now, I'm not trying to say that, say, oh, look at me, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that we don't really know people. You know people, but you don't know people. So just be careful. And unfortunately, people on this app, especially in awareness, have big hearts. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I wanted to say. And thanks for having this live tonight.
Absolutely, Cindy. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, we got lucky when Cindy popped into our live.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't booted out for asking questions because I have been booted out for asking questions before. So it was nice.
No, never. Even though everybody was like, stop.
She's annoying. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
We love questions. We love to get them. I mean, you don't know anything unless you ask, right?
Right.
I did want to give a quote from somebody that's in the chat, and then I will be quiet. It's from the account For the Love of Gigi. I hope I'm not putting you on the spot, but I really liked what you said. A new audience is a scammer's dream come true. Boy, isn't that interesting? Very, very good quote. So just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
They're looking for new, fresh victims. So
Absolutely, every day. All right, with that being said, if nobody has anything else, I just want to let y'all know, stop focusing so much on where they're at and focus on what they're doing. You're going to go a lot farther that way.
Facts.
Does anybody have anything else before I end? Because I do have to do a little bit of paperwork before I go to work. before I go to bed. Sorry. You said Gav was back. Is he any particular kind of creator's lives? I haven't seen him in a live. I just know that he reactivated. So just be on the lookout. You never know. Perfect, Christina. That's great. I'm glad you did. Yeah, block that fool. It doesn't matter if you block him, he's gonna pop up on another account. Alright, with that being said, I'm gonna end the live. I appreciate everybody for coming in, my mods, for all the tapping. If you guys want to message me, please do. You have any questions? My inbox is always open. I try to respond as fast as I can. It takes a little time. I mean, I'm sitting at like over 500 unopened messages, but I'm really trying, y'all. So message any of us. We'll be glad to try to help you. And we'll see y'all Thursday night.
Good night.
Y'all have a great evening. Good night, y'all.
Good night.